Swag drip drip, everybody tripping, slipping on my drip. Got swag and we drip. Got swag and we drip.
Welcome back, Swagteam. It's your boy, Swagologist, back again with another SwagU movie review, and today we are doing Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Now, no need to worry, this is a non-spoiler review, so you haven't seen the movie, this is safe to watch to just get you in the right mindset to go see the film. But I enjoyed this film. I had a good time in the theater. It was hilarity at its finest and action at its finest. It was the perfect combo of what we know from Ant-Man series. And now into the third one, they went bigger and more epic, but they still kept the comedy that the Ant-Man series is known for and we know and love. Paul Rudd is outstanding as Scott Lang once again. We also bring in Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne and also older Cassie, a teenage Cassie, and we get to see her and how her relationship branches out with Ant-Man. And also Hope is in this, of course, as the Wasp. Now, my only gripe with the film, kind of, not really a big gripe necessarily, is how Hope, as in being the Wasp in the title, doesn't really have a lot to do as much as the other characters, but every time she shows up on screen is for something significant to help Ant-Man. In one way or another, Scott Lang would not have succeeded in any of these missions that took place in this film without Hope. Without Hope, he would have not succeeded. And I'm not talking about the definition Hope. I'm talking about actual Hope Van Dyne. So that's something that's everyone should keep in mind. That I know there's a lot of criticism going in with that, but also another thing, they gave the original Wasp a lot to do in this film. So it was a lot of Ant-Man and a lot of Wasp. It was just the younger Ant-Man and the older Wasp having more to do than the younger Wasp and the older Ant-Man. Even though the older Ant-Man, as in Hank Pym, Dr. Hank Pym, did do some good stuff in here too. I think everybody did have their little shining moment. It's just with the name of the movie being Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, you would think that Hope would have a lot more to do, but I still feel like this movie was fun and enjoyable, never was boring, and I had a good time, and the action was still there. And let's go ahead and get the elephant out the room. Kang the Conqueror was a beast. I love Jonathan Majors in this film. I love seeing him on film. Ever since Devotion, I've been following this dude from now on, and I really am enjoying what I'm seeing. And this is definitely going to be his year. I can't wait to see him in Creed 3, because he right now he's 2 for 2. I loved him in Devotion, and I definitely loved him in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. He is a fire villain, an intimidating villain, and he brings with him a presence that is eerie, but he has a charisma to him as well. He's very, as someone says in the film, persuasive. So I really enjoyed him in this role. I think he kicked ass and took names in this role for sure. And I love seeing him in this film. I think he was a badass. He like I said, he brought the presence, he brought the eeriness, he brought the scariness and the intimidation factor to Kang that we need for the MCU going forward. And I really enjoyed him in this film. And also he brought a lot of anxiety to me watching the film and the scenes that he was in, because he brought the pain with this one and he brought the acting prowess in this film. I really thought he was excellent. Cassie was good. She was fun. I like the way the character is presented in this film. I like her ongoing relationship with Scott in this film, and in general, I like their banter, and I enjoyed her in this film. But like I said, I really love Kang. I think Kang was my MVP, but if I had a co-MVP, or even if I had to do best male and best female, definitely best female actor or co-MVP would have to go to Janet Van Dyne. Michelle Pfeiffer brought it in this film. She really did an excellent job. This really had a lot to do with her, and we should have suspected that from the movie being called Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, with her being from the quantum realm and being up in there for 30 years. You would expect her to know each and every aspect of it, and we get to see another side of Janet that we didn't get to see in Ant-Man 2, where they expected more from her, but that's why they gave it to her in this film. They let her be the Wasp in the title rather than Hope. But Hope still did some significant things in this film. Like I said earlier, her main focus was to help Scott get through something that Scott couldn't get through without her. And Scott cannot do anything without Hope. You know what I'm saying? Just so y'all know, he can't get through anything without Hope. That's what she was there for. Do I wish she had a little bit more to do? Sure, but I understood why she didn't. There was a lot to bring to this film with the quantum realm being flushed out Kang being flushed out, villains being flushed out. It was hard to give her a lot more to do, but hopefully in future films, if there is any, for hope, then we get more for her to do. I love Janet Van Dyne. I love seeing more from her. I love seeing her badassery, her intelligence, her secret that she was keeping from us, that we found out that she has a secret in the trailer. We found out that, and that was cool. But yeah, I really enjoyed her in this film. I think she was awesome. Hank was great. I mean, the whole cast did their thing in this film. I just feel like my MVPs were definitely Janet Van Dyne and Kang the Conqueror, because oh my God, Kang, bro, it is Kang, and he is here, and a dynasty has begun, you know, because we know in the future it's Avengers Kang Dynasty, and I cannot wait for that. But I cannot wait for future MCU films because of this film. It's really got me excited about the future. But I did like this film a lot. It's not in my top 5 or anything of MCU films, but it is definitely another great Ant-Man film. I think it's right up there with those. I think it may be, I have to watch 2 again, but it might be a little bit better than 2 to me, maybe. But I think it's just because Kang brought it so hard. I mean, I think 2 is the funniest one, and 1 was just the best one, you know what I mean? But Ant-Man 3 is still a great film and great way for the trilogy to go. The Quantum Realm people were cool. I really like getting to know more about the Quantum Realm and that world and the people in it. I think they flushed that out pretty good and pretty well, and I thought it was pretty cool to see, you know what I'm saying, MODOK. I think MODOK was done well. Let me get that out of the way. I don't know what people are saying about MODOK, how they feel, how about they feel about the Uncanny Valley or any of that situation. But I think they did as good as they could do with a floating head with little T-Rex arms and T-Rex legs. I think they did the best they could with that. And I think it was done pretty good. Pretty good. It didn't really bother me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know about MODOK. I know what MODOK is. And I think they did pretty decent job with MODOK and the CGI of MODOK, you know what I mean? Because of course the CGI is a head with little baby arms and stuff and little baby legs. But I thought it was dope. I think they did a good job with that, and I think it doesn't deter from the movie for me. Those are my little gripes and my likes, of course, of this film. Also, I think there's something dope is that Scott Lang book that he is promoting in the film and in the trailer is an actual book that you can buy. You can literally buy this book. It is buyable. I'm half thinking about it. I don't know. I probably won't buy it because I'm not a big reader, but I kind of want to buy it. I kind of want to buy it. It is really dope marketing, really dope idea. I low-key want to buy it, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're going to buy the Scott Lang Look Out for the Little Guy book that is releasing in September 23rd is when I looked at, because I looked it up and saw that that's what it was. It's like $13.99 on Kindle and $18.99 right now on sale to buy, pre-order right now. So let me know if you're going to buy that book. But yeah, my SwagU grade for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania would have to be a solid A. I'd have to give it a solid A. I had an enjoyable time. I had good laughs. I had good anxiety, good spectrum of emotion. It didn't quite hit all the spectrum of emotion. It almost got me, but didn't quite get me. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay that I didn't cry. But it came close, because I'm like that. I feel for things. But it was like not super close. It was like on the border of starting to feel those feelings, but it never got quite there in this film. But I enjoyed it a lot, and I hope y'all enjoy it as well. Let me know what y'all thought about Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania in the comment section below. Keep it spoiler free in the non-spoiler review as stated. Let me know your thoughts, and if you want to get more spoilery, you can hit me up on all these social media sites at the bottom. I would love to hear your thoughts, like I said. And if you like this review, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. It helps with the channel. But if you didn't like it, I ain't tripping. Look at Jordan. I ain't pipping it until the next video. I love y'all 3000. I'll holla. Peace.